We're live. Hey, Google, stop. Google did not stop the first time. How are you doing this morning?
Great.
It is Friday, the first Friday of, is it the first Friday of the new year?
Yes.
It is the first Friday of the new year. You know what I was thinking? Because we're having a little sleepover with a 5-year-old. Is Google still playing? Hey, Google, stop.
Okay, Google.
It's not listening to
Stop.
me. It's not stopping. Hey, Google, do what I say.
I forgot what I said.
Hey, Google, stop. We have a road, Google.
Cancel that and start that.
No. So we're having a little sleepover, and I was thinking way back when the children were young. What was your favorite activity of childrening? Like what were you like? Let's do that all the time.
I can't think of anything. What you
I
obviously have something in mind.
I was just thinking about it.
I liked it when they cooked with me, but I was usually so busy and like rushing from work to home and tired and cranky that I didn't enjoy it.
One of them would cook with you.
Yeah.
One of them loved to cook or participate. I think my funnest, and this is horrible, but my funnest was picking him up from school and then going to McDonald's in the playland.
Really?
And back when they had balls, the pea balls. Remember the pea balls?
Oh, yeah.
And the uproar?
Oh, yeah.
That was something that I looked forward to because I love looking at animals. Like I could look at an aquarium all day. I used to have rabbits. My grandpa gave me 2 rabbits and they multiplied into like 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to sit there on a bucket watching the rabbits in the pen. Like I had a big pen for them and I just watched them. And so like taking a child to the play place I just sit there and listen to the noise and the parents. Like it's just a fishbowl. I feel like I like that. I miss that. So maybe we could do that. No, I can't eat McDonald's.
Well, you can't even go in anywhere right now.
Oh, you can't even go in anywhere. We could make our own play. I guess that's what parents do outside in the snow. They make tunnels and forts and yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Okay, we're not doing that. Maybe we can go play hockey. Remember when, eh? All right, we are on January 7th, and this is ending the first week of 52 weeks.
One down, 51 more to go.
51 more to go. And here we go, January the 7th. Thanks for joining us. Where is everybody this morning? They'll come. All right, so this is our morning meditation, contemplative. We're going to take an idea out of this reading and discuss it and let God just inspire you as well as hopefully us. So someone said something unkind to me. Oh, someone said something unkind about me.
Oh, no.
Did that happen to you yesterday, ever?
Yesterday? I don't think so.
Are my feelings hurt? Yes. Should they be? No. How do I overcome my hurt? Well, here it is, by detaching myself, turning it off until I can figure out what lies behind it. If it was retaliation for an unkindness I did, let me correct my fault. If not, I have no responsibility in the matter. Should I ignore or challenge? No, I will let it go. Least said, soonest mended. No, I will let it go. Least said, soonest mended. Oh, that's like a... nothing can hurt me unless I allow it to. When I am pained with anything that happens outside of myself, if it is not that thing which hurts me, but the way I think and feel about it. Today's reminder. Let me not take to myself the suffer over the act. Wow, I'm struggling. Let me not take to myself and suffer over the actions and reactions of other people. Other adult human beings are not my responsibility, no matter how closely their lives may be intertwined with mine. Kind of like us. We're intertwined. I will not allow myself to be troubled by anyone else. My problem is to improve my own way of living and looking at life. Quote of the day: God, teach me to detach my mind from what others say and do, except to draw helpful lessons and guidance from them. There's a lot of depth here. I love how we read about, like, this is hard because there's stuff coming at us, like, especially when you live together on lockdown. I guarantee I'm going to, like, I'm not going to try. I don't even have to try to be unkind. Sometimes I just am. And so I know that you're rarely unkind, but I react to it. I can react to it. So this is a good mirror of, like, if I feel unkindness coming towards me, was I unkind to you first? I could start there. But then if I'm reacting to the unkindness, one sec, if I'm reacting to the unkindness that I'm feeling, I can now, because I have the tools of LifeLab, I have the tools of the 12 steps, is see my ego and the part of myself that is taking on the unkindness. So it could be super husband, it could be super recovery John, and you said something that hurt that character. And then I can just go, okay, stop, detach from that character, because I'm not, I have to realize why this is paining me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Oh, no. It was about like, I just had an interjection at the beginning of what you were saying. I don't need to go back there. Yeah, that's good.
So there are going to be unkind things that come on us, especially in our closest relationships. And so this is very mature. But there's a lot of people that have a lot of pain and live in harsh and unforgiving and demanding and corrosive environments.
Yeah.
So how do you navigate that?
And but I think that there's a difference between like we're not this isn't talking about how to tolerate abusive behavior. This is like, the regular cycle of like relationships that we go through. And so should I be run by my feelings all the time? Like if I feel hurt, if I feel sad, if I feel you're unloving, I could literally run through my whole day every day just being run by those feelings.
And I would say even I have expectations. So one of my characters has an expectation that you should be happy and sunny all the time. And the thing the thing that we sat in a doctor's office and talked about was the monthly thing of a woman. And I just said to the doctor, what did I say?
Oh, something terrible.
Oh my goodness.
She went off on you.
I think she almost stood up and looked and I'm like,
and she's a rugby playing woman.
She used to play rugby.
She was mad.
Yeah. So I got told in the doctor's office, there was no empathy. She was like, I felt like she was going to grab me.
What did she say?
Like, smarten up. You have to give patience and love and tolerance at certain times of the month that you wouldn't normally have. But then my ego.
And you were like, isn't there a pill you can give her to make it go away?
I did.
And she was like, no.
And so in my heart, as an adult, I want to know, I want status updates. You don't have to do it on Facebook or Instagram. But it's good to know these things when they're coming. And then in my heart, I just want to be like, okay, I want to be kinder. I want to be more loving. I want to do more things so that it's easier to unburden, like just to like help and be a partner. But immediately when there's grouchiness and rain clouds and it's like affecting me,
you take it personally.
I take it personally.
You take it personally
because my expectation is anybody in recovery should be happy, joyous, and free. And well, you're not happy, joyous, and free. You're miserable, which is affecting me. And you're not even in recovery. You're probably smoking crack or smoking adrenaline.
So this reminder is basically saying, like, the actions and reactions of other people belong to the other person. Just let them have their action and reaction. And I don't have to take it on myself. I don't have to suffer because you're cranky today, which never happens. Actually, that does happen. But other adult human beings are not my responsibility, no matter how closely their lives may be intertwined with mine.
Mhm.
So if someone's having, and we definitely see this in the addictive relationship, right?
Mhm.
When you're in a relationship with an addict, an alcoholic, a porn addict, whoever it is, right? A food addict, that person is so used to consuming their ease and comfort, right? They're consuming whatever they consume to get ease and comfort. When they're separated from that, whatever it is that brings them ease and comfort. So if they're trying to get sober, if they're trying to, not eat the cake because they made New Year's resolutions, whatever it is that they're trying to do in the beginning, it's really, really difficult.
Very hard.
Extremely difficult. And so I just think, until we get our ease and comfort from somewhere else, from God,
Mhm.
which brings like a different, and at the very beginning, we don't know how to do that. I'm used to living my life this way. I'm used to, and I was used to the addictive cycle of like having a blowout.
Mhm.
You give me all these reasons, you're drinking, you're whatever. And so I have all these reasons to get angry. I get to have a blowout. I get to have an emotional release.
But you've done that without me drinking.
For sure. And so this whole cycle I saw so clearly a few years down the road of like, oh,
Mhm.
I was like actually looking towards that emotional release. And now you're not giving me reason to blow up. I still want to blow up. I still want that emotional release. And so I'm actually looking for and craving.
So then that's the enmesh part. And that's
Yeah.
we're dancing in our false selves. And so I think the magic part of this is actually being in recovery to be recovered, because the recovered part is the connection to God and not our ego and ourselves. And the more I go through the inventory process, I get to see my characters. And so I think that part of the knowledge of knowing myself, I can react better in situations because I hear the voice. The voices, in my experience, don't go away. Like, they might get quieter, but they're still there. When somebody does something, you say something, the voice is there. Captain Recovery comes out. I don't have to. I don't have to react to what's happening inside of me.
Yeah.
So we leave you with that today. Good morning, Darlene.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. The meditation today is: when there's unkindness around me, can I be fueled by love instead of reactions to my own ego? So we take that throughout the weekend.
Pause and turn. Pause was the big word for me.
Watch, pause, and
pause.
Turn. All right. Keep the peace, be of good behavior, and we will see you hopefully sometime on the weekend.